had a conversation, and I told the person who was on the phone that, okay, I just read your message. You were impacting me at, 12 o'clock. But I just saw your message. So, could you just take that out from a text message and just do a short communication to me, and you can drop that communication? He said, okay. So I said, when you receive the communication, I'm here in La Paz at my residence to where I'm still seated. So, when you're done with the communication, if whether yourself or any other person who's bringing the communication, you can just give that to the person. He said, okay, no problem. So let me reach out to my boss and I will get back to you. I said, thank you, Chief, no problem. And that's how we ended the conversation. Right after we dropped the phone, I saw on my camera, I saw, all of the police forces, all there. So I told my officers, I told my security at the gate, if the police come to see me, I'm in my house. They can come in the house, but they came around the place, passed around the place, and they move around the community. That's it. But I'm here. I just think it's not the right thing to do because we had a conversation, and I immediately just informed my lawyer. I'm waiting on my lawyer advice to get back. Like, I'm not in hiding. Even the police director has my number. We know each other personally. The person who reached out to me, I called the person back, and they promised to call me back. And they didn't. Right after dropping the call, I just told him our home. I didn't hide anything from him.
Representative Foko, do you have anything to do with the Capitol Inferno? There is a video on social media where you heard talking about burning down the Capitol. What do you have to say concerning that particular video, sir?
So, Damo, you know me, and obviously you know that I have no idea. The video that is trending, frustratingly, the people edited the video, and that I had that interview 5 months ago. I think it was in June or July. I had that interview, and you listen to the entire interview, but they cut in between the video. And I'm sending the original video to you now so that you can play it on spoon so that people can listen to the interview and make their judgment. You were on Capitol Hill yesterday. Your reporters were there. I did not enter. When I reached before the gate, I was resisted from entering, and I left. I walked to the Supreme Court. And when I left the Supreme Court, that was it. I went straight back home. And since I came home, I have not left my house to go anywhere.
Are you going to turn yourself over to the Liberia National Police as mandated by the IG, sir? Are you going to do that?
Yeah, brother, I'm a peaceful person. I'm not in problem with anybody. I'm just waiting for my lawyer. So that I can do the right thing. We all want the law to be respected. I'm a representative representing my people. I would definitely go there. It's not a problem. I'm not running away. I was just informed, and I just communicated back, let's do it this way. And if they thought it was not necessary, just call me back and say, no, we want you to come. We can do letter. Trust me, I will just drive there. I don't need to even go. I just walk alone there with my lawyer. So that's not a problem.
Representative Foko, there is information that 3 men were allegedly arrested in your office. Any of your staff arrested by the Liberia National Police today?
No, my office has not been open for almost 4 days. I personally have my office key in my hand. No staff was arrested in my office today. You should be asking the police. I don't think that is true. That is far from reality because my office was not open today.
Do you think you are targeted? Do you think this is a targeted, thing pointed at you? And if so, why?
Basically, I don't know, but the form and manner through which they have done it now, making the public to feel like I think it's not a good thing. We should respect the law, and we should not abuse power. I'm available, but targeting me for what? For standing up for the right thing? For standing up for Kofa? It's not a crime. I'm just asking Liberians to remove Kofa. Let's do it the right way. Yesterday when I went, I was denied. I never put on any poster. There was no violence. I walked away from there. And I'm back home, and I'm here. There is no issue, but I'm awaiting my lawyer, and my lawyer will advise me on what to do.
Okay. Our representative, Frank Saah Foko of District Number 9, you just said you are awaiting your lawyer, and you asked your security to allow the police in. That is, if they were to enter, they did not enter. They communicated with you via WhatsApp text. Was it a WhatsApp message or text message you received from the 103? And apart from that, you haven't received any sort of written communication to that effect?
Sure, Chief.
Okay, sir. Thank you for speaking with us. All right, so that's representative.
So the voice you just listened to there is Montserrat County District number 9 Representative Frank Saah Foko. Well, folks, the youth chair of the CDC is also here. The youth chair of CDC, the youth league chair of CDC is here.
Yeah, greetings. How are you guys doing? Pretty well. We see you here with your men. What's the purpose of you being here today?
Well, we think our country should be calm. We are in a normal time. That's what we think. We think peace should always reign. And the Secretary General of the CDC Legislative Caucus, our friend Saah Foko, is a very peaceful man, a man who respects law and order. And so there should be no reason for which police carry on intimidation tactics. We think it's unlawful. I think the police must be aware that we are in a law-abiding country.
Okay. You here, the police arrived about 2 hours earlier prior to you arriving. The representative speaking to us exclusively said he's not going to leave until his lawyer arrives and the police does the right thing by communicating to him. But in case the police come here, why are you here? That's the question. Are you here to protect the lawmaker, or are you just here in solidarity?
Well, the lawmaker is the Secretary General of the CDC Legislative Caucus. And these are all partisans of the CDC. We are here to coordinate with our lawmaker, and as well as ensure that he's safe. There are a lot of different concerns. There are misinformation on the internet, and those misinformation does not reflect the picture of what the lawmaker is. So we are here to give him the necessary support that he needs, the emotional support that he needs, and the misrepresentation must go to the government. You cannot come up with intimidation tactics against peaceful people. Honorable Foko is not a violent person. He has never gotten involved into violence before. So we've always conducted ourselves in the confines of the law. So, I mean, you know that before a person is arrested, the court must order the person arrested. There hasn't been any arrest warrant issue for the lawmaker, and we expect people who talk about rules and order and law should be very knowledgeable of how to conduct themselves. So we are also here, as citizens, as Liberians, to ensure that we provide the necessary support, emotional support for our lawmaker.
Yesterday it was up Capitol Hill. There are concerns. The IG just spoke and said the force was proportional. It wasn't excessive in the use of tear gas. And now we're seeing a CDC lawmaker, police arriving at his house, fully armed, automatic rifles, combing the entire area. Do you think this is a targeted thing at top members of the CDC?
Exactly. The government has instituted strategy to target the opposition, and we are seeing it very clearly. Yesterday, what happened at Capitol Hill was a situation where the police responded to citizens violently, brutally. We saw live bullets being shot at young people. We saw Liberians for all walks of life trying to exercise their constitutional rights as guaranteed in Article 17 of the Liberian Constitution. And normally the government, in my mind, is not prepared to govern the country appropriately, efficiently, and to allow every citizen's rights and privileges to be respected. So in this manner, we think the government should govern appropriately and responsibly. Mr. Bwaka it's sad. It's sad that we listen to the president speaking and trying to implicate political oppositions to the incident of Capitol Hill, especially with the fire incident. And I think the president should disengage from this and allow independent investigation to take place so that we know who are the doers of the act. And normally in our Liberian parliament, the president who's the first to raise the issue of accusing someone should be the president who committed the act. So, we are not accusing anybody. What we are saying here is that the president should allow independent investigation. We have security apparatus, we have law enforcement institutions, allow the people to do their job. The president should not influence the police inspector general. It's wrong. It is absolutely wrong.
What about the arrest of the former aide to President Sekou Kalasco?
Kalasco arrest is arbitrary.
Okay, is he well?
Kalasco arrest is arbitrary. Not just Kalasco, the likes of other young people, Liberians, that was arbitrarily arrested by this government. We think it's unacceptable. We think we should not tolerate such an atmosphere. Liberia is a constitutional country. We believe in the rule of law. We must all respect the rule of law. Mr. Booker cannot just stay in front of camera and say people should respect the rule of law. It begins with him. The respect of the rule of law begins with the executive marshal. If the executive marshal is not respecting the rule of law, what do you expect people to do? All we say here is that we are in the confines of the law. We will respect the law at all point in time. Mr. Booker should also respect the law. He should not accuse political oppositions, because what we are seeing here is clear. It's tyranny. It's despotism. Not allowing the law to take its place is despotism. And Mr. Booker should disengage for influencing security apparatus to implicate political opponents. It's wrong. You are in a country, it's democracy. Democracy says allow opposing views. Allow the rights of the people should be respected. Why is it not happening? Why is it a crime to say this is wrong? Why is it a crime to say rule justly? Why is it a crime? Why is it a crime to communicate to the Liberian people that there is injustices? Why is it a crime to inform the Liberian people that Mr. Booker is not governing appropriately? We are aware of the suffering of our people. We have seen the hardship. Christmas is coming. Why is Mr. Booker giving Liberian people better Christmas? Why? And what we're seeing here is suppression. It's tyranny. It's despotism. And we resist that. We believe in rules and order. We believe in our constitution. We believe that we all, irrespective of which political party you're from, must respect the rule of the game. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you.
We want to add Eddie.
Thank you very much.
The chairman of the CDC Youth League has spoken, and he's Emmanuel Johnson. We earlier spoke with Montserrat County District Number 9 Representative Frank Saah Foko via telephone, and he said he's at his home and he's not going to leave his residence, and he is awaiting his lawyer to prepare all necessary documents to move to court. Well, folks, keep following Freedom TV Live. We are still here at the residence of the residence of Montserrat County District Number 9 Representative Frank Saah Foko. The Liberian National Police has issued an arrest warrant for the Montserrat County District Number 9 Representative. Let's see what plays out, or how it plays out here at the compound of the representative. Well, folks, you can stay with us. We are still here providing some exclusive coverage here at the residence of the Frank Saah Foko here. So, folks, thanks for being there, and we are still here providing you all the happenings here. And this is Freedom TV Live.